What up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt Wyatt. So I'm here to give you my thoughts on the trailer of James Gunn's Superman movie, the movie that I'm anticipating more than most people. It's my most anticipated film of the year. And seeing the drop in that trailer a couple of days ago really brought joy to me, and it was everything I ever hoped for, and I cannot wait for this movie. It really captured the spirit of what the tone is and what the feel and what we're going to get in this upcoming DCU, because this is going to be the true beginning of the James Gunn's DC cinematic universe. And I think the casting is brilliant. I love everything I saw in the trailer, and I can't wait for more. And I'm not expecting this movie to give away a lot of the plot point, because that's something that we'll have to wait until the next trailer comes out, which it's most likely will come out during the Super Bowl. So I'm going to simply just give you my thoughts on the breakdown from shot to shot of the trailer. Okay, this is where it's taking place somewhere in the Arctic, and Superman looked like he got his ass handed to him. See, this is what I really appreciate about what James Gunn is doing, is trying to add the stakes to Superman, that even though he's an invincible god, an alien who has all the power in the world, and that nothing can stop him and that nothing can hurt him. But that's something that I really appreciate about this, is that he can be vulnerable to some things, even though he's vulnerable to kryptonite and magic, but he can be vulnerable to other things, and there will be someone out there that will go toe-to-toe with Superman who is just as strong as him. And also, I believe that the fight might have been taking place in the Fortress of Solitude, and he's fighting the Engineer, which is the character that is supposed to be the members of the Authority, and her character is supposed to be setting up for the upcoming DCU film, which is called The Authority, which it still hasn't gotten a script yet, and I don't know if it's going to be officially greenlit. Okay, this is the scene of the Clark Kent walking in the sidewalk near the Daily Planet, and we see the first time of the skies. And a lot of people made fun of the skies. I'm one of the people that thought that this was brilliant. Sure, the hairstyle is so goofy and dorky, but that's the idea of what the Clark Kent disguise is supposed to be. He's supposed to be transforming into a different person, who is a mild-mannered reporter, who is a bumbling, nerd, shy guy, who keeps himself under the radar so that people would avoid the suspicion that he is Superman. And when he takes off that glasses, puts on that cape, changes hair, he completely becomes a different person. And that's what the world sees. When they look at him down the street, they're not going to see him as Superman. There's the shot of Lois Lane, played by Rachel Brosnahan, who is coming off of her hit show on Prime Video called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and I think that she is the best fit. If you have not seen that show, you should. I've only seen several episodes of the first season, and I fell off of it, not because I don't like it, because I really haven't got around to finishing the whole thing, but she is incredible. I think she probably got a Emmy nomination and probably won. I could be wrong, but I thought that she was the perfect choice to play Lois Lane, playing a tough, hard-ass reporter who's all about getting to the truth. And from seeing these two together, that the chemistry between the two of them looks like it's going to add a lot of spark. And yeah, there's another shot of Clark Kent being Clark Kent, the disguise. You barely recognize him as Superman. And according to James Gunn, that these two are in a relationship, and that she already knows that he's Superman, and they're not going to follow that same rabbit hole of her discovering that he's Superman. And because this is not an origin story, and this is a Superman who's been Superman for a while, and they live in a world where superheroes have been around for a while as well. Yeah, there's a shot of the Kent farm. We got a shot of Pa Kent and Clark Kent having their little emotional moment, and it seems like that Pa Kent is having a little bit of breakdown, and it looks like that we might see Martha Kent die in this movie this time around, because when we follow the Superman mythos, the origin story of Jonathan Kent always passing away, and it pursues Clark to become Superman, this might go to the complete opposite, where Jonathan lives and Martha did not. I mean, it's not the first time that they've done like this before, when they kill off Martha Kent in some iterations of Superman, because they did that in the pilot episode of Superman and Lois show, which you have not seen Superman and Lois, you should definitely watch it. It's very underrated. It's streaming on Max. Yeah, I love this moment. It just adds so much humanity to Clark. I just cannot wait for this scene to come. I mean, sure that the casting is not really my decision, would have been my choice, but I think he's a very good actor to play Pa Kent. He does look like a Midwestern farmer, and he looks like he's been on the farm for a while. And this is the moment when Superman is whistling, and I knew who it was coming. It's Krypto, because I've known for a while that I mean, I've already figured that James Gunn was going to bring Krypto in the movie, because he's always great at establishing animal characters, making them adorable and making them more compelling. And him bringing Krypto, that was absolutely brilliant. And that design of that dog is a similar type of dog that James Gunn had, a rescue dog. And he tells this whole story in his social media, and I thought it was very heartwarming and awesome. And I think Krypto is definitely going to steal the show. We finally get a chance to see Krypto the super dog in the cinematic universe, and he's carrying that cape, being a good boy, and help him carry it home. Now, this is the freaking money shot of Superman being heroic. A lot of people criticize of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel that Henry Cavill's Superman wasn't really doing anything heroic in the movie, while the Metropolis was getting demolished by Zod and the Kryptonians. And I will always defend that idea, because he was trying to fight for survival, and he hasn't been Superman for very long. And because he was just trying to survive in an extinction level event. That's why I'll always defend it, because I thought the argument of that was ridiculous. But in this one, James Gunn understands that he wants to show Superman being heroic, even when there's a city getting destroyed. And the thing that behind him, they're fighting a kaiju, a big gigantic kaiju monster. There's a shot of Lex Luthor as Nick from Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and we get a building of the Luthor Corp. That is beautiful, and Nicholas Hoult is a great casting choice. He was the frontrunner to play Superman, and he was also the frontrunner to be in the Matt Reeves' Batman movie to play Batman, but Robert Pattinson took that role. But I'm glad that James Gunn casted Nicholas Hoult to play the character. He's a brilliant choice. There's a kid going in the middle of it, and I think this is supposed to be somewhere in the Middle East, and he's grabbing the flag and calling out to Superman's help, because he is the beacon of hope. He is someone that they can look up to, that he will come and rescue. And there's a shot of one of the protesters standing out inside of the building, and you see Superman's suit all burnt up, and now the people have turned against him, and something have happened. And these shots are not in that chronological order. And if you see the kaiju later in the trailer, you see that there's a big monster like invading the city, and he's trying to stop it, and things go horribly wrong, and that's the reason why people are turning against him. There's a logo near Superman where it's made Static Industries building, which is run by Maxwell Lord, which is played by James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn. And you can see how devastating he is, that he's failing to protect the people of the world, and that people don't look up to him anymore. And yeah, there's a shot right here with Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. A lot of people wanted to make fun of his bowl cut, which we can all agree it looks utterly ridiculous. It looks stupid, but James Gunn wanted to go for the more comic book accuracy. And it would not have been my choice. I think they should have stuck with a natural hair look, but whatever. It is what it is. I think that it's just going to grow on us, and we're going to have to deal with it. And it looks like that Guy Gardner's not happy of what just went down, and he's blocking the windows with his Green Lantern ring. And then we get a shot of Isabel Mercedes as Hawkgirl. That shot it doesn't look CGI. It actually looks more practical. It looks like they were doing on a wire work. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might be CGI, but it looks so good. A lot of people complain that the CGI doesn't look all that good, which I completely disagree. It looks so good. And even if it wasn't that great, it's only several months out, and the movie doesn't come out till July 11th, so they got plenty of time to tweak it in post. This is the kaiju that I was talking about, the one that Superman is fighting, and things are going to go horribly wrong in the city, and there's going to be human casualties. Oh yeah, this is the one shot that you see that when Superman was putting on a suit in that still image that they posted several months ago when we got our first look at David Cornsweet's Superman. And now we got a little bit more of it. Now we don't even know who is this in the background. I think that might be Solaris, a dominated star that destroys planets. I don't know, because it was coming off of the All-Star Superman. But that might not be. That might be a Luthor Corp technology that Lex had created. And we don't even know that there's a destruction going on in the city, because there's no way that Superman would turn away from danger. Yeah, you see that they get their little moment. You could totally tell that they're going to have a great chemistry with David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. I cannot wait to see more of it, to explore their relationship in the movie. I can't wait. Okay, this is a shot of this android that Superman's next to, and this is in the Fortress of Solitude. This is the Kryptonian android caretaker named Kelex, who is the caretaker of the Fortress of Solitude, who was keeping care and helping Kal-El. And it's been done before in comic books, so it looks like he is embracing the comic book lore of the Superman mythos. And it seems like that they might have him as a badass android who might come off a little bit of a C-3PO meets R2-D2. I hope that that's the case. But this looks like something went wrong, and I believe that the engineer is coming in and invading the Fortress of Solitude, because she's like a cybernetic android, and she's like unstoppable. and that's why the fight took place and things went fall apart. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. I have not seen the movie. I'm just speculating. The growth of the Force of Solitude, it looks like he's taking a lot of influence from the Donner Superman. And this is what it really captures. It captures the awe and the wonder. And I love the music score with John Murphy, playing that electric guitar, using the John Williams theme in the updated modern day era. And it almost seems to me that they made it a little bit more of a Top Gun Maverick vibe. Because if you watch the trailers for Top Gun Maverick, it has the resemblance to it. And when we see the aerial fight with the aerial combat in the flight scene with Superman, that's going to take a lot of influence from Top Gun Maverick because they shot it in a drone sequence, and I can't wait to see it come to life. Okay, come on, I gotta rewind that back. I missed that part. Hold on. Okay, this is a Metamorpho. A lot of people speculate that might be Brainiac, but it's not. But if you paid attention closely enough, that's if you see the purple side in the brown side of his body, that's definitely Metamorpho. I don't really know much about him in the comics because I don't even read comics, to be honest with you. I've known him from the animated series, from the Superman animated series from the 90s, and I've seen Metamorpho, and he has the ability to materialize out of anything, kind of like a little bit of a Liquid Metal T-1000 style. And he was once human, but not anymore, and it's from the Stag Industry company that might have made him who he is, and it's played by the actor, and I can't remember the name on the top of my head, but you may have known him from Barry, and this is played by Anthony Carrigan. He's got an Emmy nomination, and he's a phenomenal actor. A lot of people are complaining that there might be too many characters going on in a single movie, and that it might take away the focus of Superman. No, I think a lot of these characters are not going to have like a same amount of screen time with Superman, because James Gunn clarified that the main focus is Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, and Clark as Superman. They're the main characters. They are the main focus. The supporting characters like Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, Hawkeye, and Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific has a bigger role. That's what was clarified from James Gunn. But they're there to serve their story, and they're letting people know that these superheroes do live among us. Yeah, to see, this is that shot of Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor looked like he was beaten up, and now he's pissed and angry. And looks like that he's going to be the one orchestrating this whole thing, to have the whole world turn against Superman because he hates him so much. And they don't even know each other very well, and they already hate each other for a while. And this looks like it's going to have a lot of more influence from the animated series of Superman show. And if you paid attention in the building, the building collapsed into three building like a domino, and it looks like the kaiju destroyed a bunch of buildings, and there's human casualties, and that's why the humans are going to turn against him, and why they hate him so much right now, that he failed to save the people of this in the city of Metropolis. And this movie was shot in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, this action sequence is Krypto grabbing him from the snow with a cape. Oh, and there's this new black suited figure, which he comes off a little bit of a Black Noir from The Boys vibe, and he's supposed to be called Ultraman. And if you know Ultraman from the comic books, he comes from another alternate dimension where this version of Superman is a villain in that world, and he's part of the crime syndicate. They'll probably have a lot of influence for this version of that character, but this looks like he's is strong enough to take on Superman himself, and they're part of the company, the organization of Argus, which is led by Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. But Rick Flag Sr., played by Frank Grillo, who is in Creature Commandos, is going to be in the movie. And if you've seen the set photo of Superman being in cuffs, and it looks like that Rick Flag Sr. is the one who's apprehending him, because they're holding him responsible for the destruction of the city. Yeah, I can't wait. And there's going to be a fight scene in the baseball stadium. Yeah, they're going for the practical fight. If you've seen the set photos with David Cornsweet and the engineer and Ultraman fighting in the Metro baseball stadium, that looked awesome. I cannot wait to see more of it. We got a little taste in context, and the action looks like they're going for more practical instead of just CG fight. Oh yeah, there's Mr. Terrific. The actor, I can't remember. I gotta look him up on what his name is. Yeah, Adi Gathigi. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, but yeah, he's an incredible actor. I've known him. I've seen him in other films like X-Men First Class or Death Sentence. I think he's a terrific actor, and him playing Mr. Terrific, his character is more of a genius engineer, and he is a tech genius. And I don't really know too much about him. I always saw the Mr. Terrific from the show called Arrow. They did something similar to that they brought it to life, and now this character looks like coming straight out of the comics. Yeah, and in this sequence, Looks like that this is Luthor Corp compound, and these are Lex's goons who are wearing a green, purplish army war suit, and Mr. Terrific has a shield, and it looks like the next one next to him is Lois. So it looks like she's doing her a little bit of investigation of what Lex is up to. Yeah, and there's the money shot, the traditional shot of Superman and Lois doing their little romantic flying, making out in midair. That's always been a money shot. It's happened in a lot of the variations, and it looks beautiful. I can't wait for more. Yep, there's him getting into that breathing fire from the kaiju and flying off in the sky in a sonic boom. Man, this movie can't get here fast enough. I trust James Gunn and what he's gonna do, and he has not failed us yet. That shot is brilliant. God, I mean, yeah, a lot of people bitched about the suit looking stupid, and it doesn't look like it fit him, that it's all wrinkly. This suit in context looked like it's fixed in post, and he did not want to go for the fake muscle pads that we've seen other costumes before, and they wanted to make him a little bit more comfortable in the suit while he's in action. And look, it's just a suit. It doesn't dictate how good or bad the movie's going to be. You can make the best suit in the world, but it doesn't mean the movie's going to be any good. We've seen that happen before. This suit, to me, I dug it. It's not a kind of suit that would have been my choice to have, but you know what? If this movie's successful and they do the next one, they'll probably make improvements and upgrade the suit. But as of now, it's actually grown on me. And it's taken a lot of influence from the New 52 suit, and the S Shield is literally taking a lot of influence from the Kingdom Come Superman. Yeah, this looks amazing. July 11th. It needs to get here quick. Guys, what did you think of this Superman trailer? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching me break down and getting into the nitty-gritty. I know I'm a little late to do this, but now because I've been watching that trailer constantly over and over again, and I wanted to do a reaction video, but I was afraid that it might get copyright strikes and it blocks my video and it could screw everything up. I didn't want to take any chances, but that's why I'm simply going to do a breakdown video. And this is something I have never done before, because I don't like talking about it on camera and just simply like edit it and post later, because it's too much work. I feel like it'd be better is to share my screen as you're seeing me talking about the shot for shot in the trailer. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you know when my new videos come up. And my goal is to reach 500 subscribers. Make sure you hit the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great holiday with your friends and family, and stay tuned for more of my content.